And then Control T. Can't do it there, but we'll watch the intro, and then I'll make sure the text settings are on once we get in there. This one was, it was a different engine or something was a little weird about it. Sorceress of Smailholm. I can't remember if Andreas Sloat did the music for the other Grundislav games later. Here's the cult again. Shall be tied to prepare the sacrifice that we may continue to live. But we must be wary in the coming days. But you know, the sacrifice is very important to all of us, and we cannot afford to have anything to go wrong. The cauldron has foreseen the arrival of a stranger we must monitor very closely. Cauldron, show us the face of this newcomer. Also, it feels like the first two might have been remastered. I don't know if you ever remastered this one. Murdered, you say? That's awful. Yes, of course. As soon as we're done talking, I'll book a flight to Scotland. Don't worry, Mr. McBee. If anyone can solve your daughter's murder, it's me. Well, we've got a straight-up killing now. Oh, there was a killing in the first one. What am I talking about? All right, then. I'll see you in a couple days. Weird. I wasn't expecting to get an international case so early in my career. What a case this is going to be. I'd better get out to Scotland. I'm not doing accents for everybody. I'm saying that right in advance, because I might try a couple for the LARF, but it's going to be pretty terrible. Hotel Smailholm. This must be the place. This might not have voice acting at all. Heck of a storm outside, isn't it? Oh, it'd be a common occurrence this time of the year. I'm going to massacre these. Will you be wanting a room then? Yes, please. And I've come a long way. I've come a long way, and I need some rest. But I'm better by the sound of it. Yes, my name's Ben Jordan, and I'm a paranormal investigator. Some local townspeople called me over to investigate the murder of their 2 children. Apparently, I read faster than they thought I could. They'd be the big bees down the road. Terrible tragedy, that. We can speak of these things later. First, let me check you in first. Your room will be the furthest door on the right, at the top of the stairs. Here's your key. If you have any questions, my name is Marcus Tibbins. Welcome to the Hotel Smailholm. Or would it be Smailholm? Whatever. Thanks, Marcus. I appreciate it. Okay, 144 points on this one. We might not finish this one tonight. It's only 1 a.m. I think I'll try. Yeah, I think this is the only one that is in whatever engine this one is in. Alright, eyeball. Marcus Tibbins, the innkeeper. Nervous looking man sits at a table. Wadjet Eye is the same people who made the Shiva. This is Grundislav Games. They made stuff with Wadjet Eye Games. They did Shard Light. I think they were the ones behind the Golden Wake, and then there was... And then they parted ways, but they're still on good terms. And like, yeah. Wadjason is actually... I thought I came up with the term myself, but apparently they already used it on the Discord for Wadjet Eye Games, and the fan Discord, to refer to games that are made by people who've worked with Wadjet Eye Games. So it kind of... Like it was a mind freak sync up, yeah. But yeah, Grundislav and the people from Grundislav. Ben Chandler has done stuff with them outside of Grundislav as well. Like the early stuff made in Adventure Game Studio, like Wadjet Eye got their start there as well. We already did all the mainline Wadjet Eye stuff, that's why we're doing the Wadjason stuff now. Except I haven't gotten Old Skies yet because I don't have any money. And I think it's Grundislav, or it might not be Grundislav, but there's another studio they've worked with that's done Lamplight City and Rosewood are the two that are apparently in the same universe. Like they're in their own same universe, I should say. I haven't picked those up yet, but I got to pick those up as those are the other two Steam releases that are kind of tied into the same family of games. Anyway, now Large Hat is sitting by himself. He seems lost in thought. Guest room, sturdy wooden door. Can we look at the chandelier? Putting chandelier hangs from the ceiling provides a bit of extra light. Oh, also, this does not have the Control T. Okay. I think we might get we might have gotten a post-credit scene for, oh, there's a door there too. I'll look at it on the way back. Door leads to the kitchen and innkeeper's quarters. Decorated with small collectible plates from many lands. That was a thing in the excavation of Hobbs Barrow as well. Must have been a sale on Home Shopping Network, assuming they even get that over here. Just let a bit of light in and look out on the town streets. Moose. Decorative moose head hangs over the front door. Can I take it? No, you can't reach it. Inn's front door. Alright, can we talk to this fellow? Excuse me. How can I help you? What can you tell me about this village? Nice place with little crime. I can tell you with no bias that this is one of the best places to live in the world. Smailholm is relatively nice. We've got some lovely buildings here in town, Smailholm Tower nearby, which is a popular tourist attraction. We're going to get in trouble in there. Get the free time, I highly recommend looking around. Who are you? My name is Angus McGee. I'm the local constable. No, we don't talk to cops. My name is Ben Jordan. I'm a paranormal investigator. Pleasure to meet you. Hold on, did you say Ben Jordan? Yep, I certainly did. So you were Ben Jordan. There was a man here looking for you earlier. Probably repeat. There was? Oh, he said he was also in town conducting the investigation and asked if you had arrived yet. Oh, maybe we're teaming up. Tell me more about this other investigator. Not very friendly at all. In fact, I'd say he was quite rude. I didn't catch his name, but he was definitely English. Oh, yeah, definitely rude. Alright. And you say he was asking if I had arrived yet? I seem particularly interested in meeting you. Oh, maybe it's the kid from the last game. If you didn't stay in town, he'll have to get room and board here, so you'll probably meet him yourself soon enough. You can hardly wait. Okay, so the cackles are the points in this one. What can you tell about the recent murders? Oh, horrible business. Murder itself is bad enough, but when two children are killed, well, it just makes you want to catch the bastards who did it even more and deliver justice yourself. I don't know what this accent is even trying to be. Any ideas? Well, yes, it's purely speculative at this point. Then it is quick to turn to superstition, and accusations of sorcery and witchcraft have been thrown around. Talk to me about witches. See that there are witches here? That's what most people around here believe. I did the wrong voice for Ben. I was raised to believe there are witches in Smailholm, but I have yet to see it with my own eyes. Of course, the idea that real magic is so easy to dismiss, but I've heard plenty of stories about people who claim to be witches and practice sick and perverse rituals. Horrid things like animal sacrifices, orgies, and stealing babies. Even though it's a dream living here, this village hasn't been spared from the influence of modern day nutters. I'll leave you here relaxing. Come back if you want to chat some more. Also, like, honestly, a lot of the sort of renaissance of adventure games lately has been in part tied to Watch and I or people who've worked with them, so it's no error to kind of tie it to them. Hello there, yes? What can you tell me about the town? Nice enough, I guess. You've been living here long? My whole life, actually. Yeah, it used to be a nice place, but lately there have been strange things going on. I don't know what to think anymore. Have you heard anything about the murders recently? Of course, everyone in town has. McVee's two daughters were found dead in the woods with strange markings on their bodies. What do you think happened? Doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It's clearly the work of the local witches. You say there are local witches? Of course. It's the first time they've openly murdered children for all of us to see, but for years there have been strange disappearances in town. They've just been covered up so nobody panics. But I know better. I've seen strange lights and heard noises coming from the woods at night. It's gonna be aliens. Doesn't help that one of the biggest witch holidays is only 3 days away. Oh, I don't think we established what time of year it is. Who knows what holidays await us all? Hey, calm down. I'm sorry, but this has got me very upset. Can we talk about something else, please? Alright. Tell about yourself. I'd rather not if it's not the same to you. Hey, I'm not here to pry. Won't you at least tell me your name, though? No, fuck off. Wallace Crim. Pleasure to meet you, Wallace. I'm Ben Jordan. Likewise, I'm sure. Take it easy. Goodbye. Can I go in here? No business going back there? Oh, hold up. Talk to this guy. We talked to you earlier, but that was automated. Excuse me, Marcus? Yes, laddie. What can you tell me about the village of Smailholm? Find no finer place than old Scotland. Our village may be small, but our history is rich and diverse. We've many a sight to see, I'll tell you that. Unfortunately, I myself don't get much of a chance to get out there with all the running this in and all. What specifics, you'd be better off asking someone else. I may not be able to execute a Scottish brogue properly, but I can tell it apart from an English accent and an Irish accent. Well, Irish brogue, but yeah. You know anything about the murders of the McBee children? Aye, 'tis a tragic day in our town's history. The 2 children were found out in the woods. Their poor wee things had both their throats cut. 2 throats each? Get it. On the bodies we found strange markings. One would say they were almost ritualistic. That's awful. Who would do such a thing? For years there have been rumors of witches in the village. Since it has done nothing but fuel those rumors. In fact, I've heard tell that a culprit has been captured and put in the town hall jail. I don't think it's they're the guilty party, probably. But then for all I know, it's only a rumor. I have yet to go in the jail and see for myself. Okay, you say there are witches in Smailholm? Rumors are all I've ever heard, and I'm not a superstitious man, me. But there are plenty of others in the village who wouldn't think twice about blaming witches for the ills that have plagued our town for over the years. As I already said, there are persistent rumors that a young woman has been captured in connection with the McBee children's murder. But again, you'd be better asking someone else, like the constable over the table over there. I see. Thanks for the information. Be pleasure, laddie. What about yourself? I reckon there isn't much to tell. My name is Marcus Tibbins, and I run the Hotel Smailholm. We're just a local country inn. A meeting place for the townspeople to relax and have a pint, and locale the few tourists we get to rest the night. I've been running the inn for 15 years now, taking over as me father after he got too old to do so. Someday me son will take the job, and the process will continue as it has for 3 generations now. See you later, Marcus. Take care, Ben. Alright, we'll see if there's anything else to... Is it just exclamation point now, or... Take it easy. Alright. Anything else I can get out of the constable? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the prisoner. Cool. Mark says there's a rumor going around that you've got a prisoner. Aye, it is true. A lady by the name of Mary Blaine. She was asleep in the woods this morning. I hear the deeper voice. I'm sorry. The morning the children were found. But you have no proof against her? She was at the scene of the crime and claims to have forgotten how she got there. That's all the proof I need to arrest someone. Simple cop, but she might not be guilty. Well, you can feel free to visit her in the jail once the raid stops. If you can somehow prove her innocence, I'll listen. After all, it'd be ashamed to hang such a lovely young thing. Hang? But I thought they outlawed the death penalty in Britain. They did, but when you have a switch on your hands, special measures must be taken. I'll leave you to relaxing. If I want to chat some more. Okay. Whether or not they look fragile. Okay, can I leave at all? Probably not yet. Way too much to be able to get anything worthwhile done outside. Well, we'll save our progress here. Anything in our pockets. Okay. Copy of the Paranormal Investigator's Handbook by Q. Sanborn. Never leave home without it. Key your room at the Hotel Smailholm. Can't really seem to use that. This is just a filler item to teach you how to... Okay, so it's just the one talk icon this time. Got it. We seem to be getting points a little quickly, though, so it might just be 2 points for every learned item. And last pass. Okay. I don't know which guest room is ours, so I guess we're going to find out the fun way. This isn't your room. This isn't your room. This isn't your room. Door number 4. That's our room. Can we go back out? Hold up. I want to see if we can reach the moose from up here. Damn it. I tried. Okay. Large and comfortable looking bed. Unlit candle sits on top of the nightstand. Nice small nightstand rests against the wall. Windows huge and provides ample lighting for the room. Each room at the end is sparsely decorated, and it makes you feel at home. Weird how that interesting. Can't see any way to open the window. Nothing of interest there. Check the nightstand. Nothing in the cabinet except dust. No reason to carry a candle. I guess we're going to bed. Feeling satisfied that you've learned some valuable information pertaining to the case, you go to bed. Might kick me back out to do stuff otherwise. Alright, now can I take a candle? Oh, we'll probably check to see if the weather stopped. Okay. Double check the cabinet. Nope. Alright. Out we go. Yeah, I feel like the English guy is Terry from the last game. Hey, Lobby, you're quickly started with a shrill, piercing voice. Oh no, that wouldn't be Terry. I say, are you Ben Jordan? I would appreciate it if you came down here and spoke to me face to face, young man. Okay, I'll be right down. We'll get a cutscene through this, too. Who's this asshole? I do like that we have to watch the entire walk. Okay. So this is Ben Jordan, the great paranormal investigator? Somehow I was expecting more. Now, wait just 1 second. Just who do you think you are to come in here and... I'm Percival Quentin Jones, PhD. I'm a professor at Oxford University and specialize in criminology. I've come to this village to solve the murders of 2 McBee children. I'm also a huge twat. Yeah, well, so have I. Yes, you were no doubt summoned by the superstitious fools who seem to think there are witches involved. Such poppycock. I'm here to conduct a criminal investigation, and I must tell you, I don't need a so-called paranormal investigator muddling up my affairs. So I would appreciate it if you would keep your investigations as far from mine as possible. Now look here, Mr. Jones. There was that called in the intro that's Professor Jones to you. Alright, Professor. I was called out here to investigate the murders, and I intend to carry out said investigation to the best of my abilities. I'm not here to step on your toes, so I'd also appreciate it if you did the same and stayed away from me. Feel free to get on with that. Very well then, I hope we don't meet again anytime soon. Now if you'll excuse me, I have some real work to do. Alright. Jeez, what an asshole. Oh, nope. Alright, well, we will save having met an asshole. I'll see if they'll let me down here. Probably not. would probably be at hand. You do that after you figured all this out. Okay. Can we look at the stairs? Okay, not exactly the Ritz, but you've seen much worse. Okay. I will say, Watch Eye is good, though. Like, the Shiva was their oldest one. They've done a ton of stuff since then. Single flower doors against the side of the inn's wall. That's... Sign reads Hotel Smailholm, leading to logical deduction this must be the town inn. Alright. Stone archway serves as an entrance to the and exit to the village. You're a bit surprised it hasn't got a gate. Okay. Archery provides some shade to the area. It's the Hotel Smailholm, the best and only, town's best and only inn. Sign reads jail, seems self-explanatory enough. Can I have one free flower, please? You have more important things to do than pick flowers. Get out. Alright, part of the window looks into the jail. Door leads to the jail. You look at the road. Main entrance to the village of Smailholm. You see what looks like a residential area to the east. Well, I feel like they want me to go to the jail to visit the prisoner. And we're right on top of an ad, so we'll chat with her as soon as we get back. Okay, BRB. There we go. So yeah, if you want to check out grundislav.games, anybody watching, I forget if I've been linking that on its own. I probably should be in the archive info on YouTube. That's got a list of everything that this studio's done. Most everything. There's a few things that were kind of sort of lost to time. Like there was a side game. There's 2 side games that are tied to Shardlight. One I had to find on archive.org, but the other one, that one might not necessarily be canon, is linked on their in their game section for other stuff. But yeah, they did Shardlight and a Golden Wake with Wadjet Eye originally, though I'm pretty sure they got publishing rights back in their name on a Golden Wake. I'm not sure if Shardlight is still listed as a Wadjet Eye thing or not. Which is fun. Like again, like I said, their split was amicable. It was mostly a matter of like funding and the fact I think their offices are in different cities. But and again, Ben Chandler, who did art for both of them at different points, and is good friends with the Grundislav crew. They did do that Ben Chandler Paranormal Investigator, which was the first one of these we did. So there's that. And as for Watch Eye games, I'd say their Blackwell series is probably their magnum opus, plus Unavowed, which I think is getting a sequel eventually. But that was like a whole stack of games. That's how I first got into them. I think you said it. Yeah, I think Fuzzy Boots, you said at some point that you're not necessarily into the adventure game stuff, but anybody else watching, that would definitely be what you should check out. Anyway, let's look around this jail, and then we'll talk to our probably new friend here. Old Faded Wanted poster hangs on the wall. Jail door. Attractive young woman occupies the cell. Cell door reminds you of the jail cell you were in recently. Okay. So even with the... we go further into the jail? No. Okay. You have no need for a wanted poster. Door's locked. Says you have no right to release someone else's prisoner without good reason. Okay. Let's have a chat. Oh, that's not the chat button. I keep forgetting it's just the exclamation point in this one. Excuse me. Are you Mary Blaine? I am! My name's Ben Jordan. I'm a paranormal investigator. A paranormal investigator, you say? That sounds interesting. It has its moments, yes. So, Misty Jordan, what brings you all the way from America to our village? I'm sorry, that's the Mary Queen of Scots voice from, it was an old Monty Python sketch. But I'll stop doing that. I'm trying to tune in. What's my best reference for a Scottish woman? There's a few I follow, so. Okay, murders. Well, how can I put this lightly? I'm here to investigate the murder of the McBee children. Oh, I see. And I suppose you're here to question me since I'm in jail on accusation of that particular crime? Yes, I am. Figured as much. At least you seem kinder than that other fellow. You mean that Percival Quentin Jones character? Aye, that's the one. Alright, talk to me about witches. Oh, she knew about the rumors that are going around that the murders were the work of local witches. Indeed, people in town have always thought me to be different. Yeah, life is strange counts. I suppose it's because I spend lots of times out in the woods. But you ask now, I'm not a witch. I've lived in this village all my life. My parents both died in a car crash when I was 6, so I was raised by my grandmother. She was a bit eccentric, so the townsfolk used to say she was a witch. Since she raised me, I inherited the same accusations. As a result, I've been falsely imprisoned on purely circumstantial evidence. I'm not quite getting the rug I wanted out of her. Of course, the fact that I have no alibi is not helping my case. Alright, well, how about you tell me what happened the day the McBee's children were murdered? As I recall, the night before I went to bed earlier than usual. I suppose I should tell you I suffer from insomnia and have also been known to sleepwalk. So, in the rare instance that you actually sleep, you tend to find yourself waking up in the strange places? Exactly. I got very sleepy, so I decided to take advantage of the fact and get some rest. Next thing I know, I'm woken up by Constable McGee, and he tells me that the children have been murdered. Chapstick. He asked me what I was doing so close to the bodies, and I tried to explain, but he had 2 other villagers with him. They immediately accused me of the crime, and as I couldn't explain my whereabouts, the sheriff had no choice but to lock me up in here. I'm trying to channel Lauren Mayberry, but I'm not quite hitting it by any means. I'm afraid that in case some contrary evidence is found, I'll be headed to the gallows. Not to sound like a jerk or anything, but you seem awfully calm about this. Yeah, I thought these cunts would hang me one day. I mean, if I was in your position, I'd be yelling obscenities and pounding on the walls by now. I've never been one to lose my head, Mr. Jordan. I suppose when you've lived your entire life being blamed for other people's problems, you learn to block your emotions. I'm sorry. Oh, don't be. It's not your fault. Well, I'll do the best that I can to help you, Mary. I don't believe you killed those children. It's very kind of you, Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan's my father. Call me Ben. Alright then, Ben. That's points. So you say this Percy guy was in here earlier? Oh yes, and he was quite rude he was too. He asked me what had happened, but didn't let me finish the story. When I told him about the accusations of witchcraft, he became flustered and stormed out. He's in with the cult, he's gotta be. Yeah, I met him this morning at the inn, and he gave me some crap about not getting in his way. He seems to be a hardcore skeptic, investigating the case the old-fashioned way. You can do both. Well, he won't be getting very far with the attitude he's got. Can you tell me anything about the village? Well, aside from the superstitious townsfolk, the town is very pretty. There's a lovely forest out to the east of town and Smailholm Tower, though you can't go inside anymore. We're gonna find a way! That sounds like a finale. How come? Someone locked it years ago and lost the key. Or like near finale. There isn't much of interest inside though, just old books and town records and the like. Oh, and there's a lovely church in town as well, if you haven't seen it yet. Thanks, so be sure to check those out. Where's Constable McGee? I haven't the faintest idea. He just leaves prisoners alone all day? Well, I suppose he doesn't consider me a maximum security risk, now does he? Maybe he should. I guess not. See you later. Please do come back, it's nice to have someone to talk to. We might come back when we have more clues. And we're approximately 1/10 of the way done, judging by the point spread, so. I didn't see if there was anything else in the cell to look at. Small jail cell which contains a bench and window which looks out on the street. Can we look at the window? No. Okay. Alright, they said there was a residential area this way, I think. Okay. You see the back of the town jail, McGee House. I thought it was McBee. Business reading. Large stone tower in the distance. Must be famous Smailholm Tower you've heard tell about. Small brass sign points in the direction of Smailholm Church, so that's that way. House looks much more well guarded than the others. Maybe the inhabitants are the antisocial type. It's got a picket fence. It's not that big a deal. The Crim's front door. The small plaque below the door reads Crim. McGee. Oh, okay. There are McBees and McGees. Or Chalice, you can't say you care much for the color scheme. It's just pink, bro. Front door to the McBee house. Alright, well. Knock, but get no answer. Okay. McGee was the constable. McBee is the parents of the murdered child. Look at the fence. Okay, that's just a general look. Alright, you have no business with the Crims. Crim was the guy who was kind of unsettled. Is the chimney an extra look here? Nope. Nice looking place. Okay. That's the guarded one. Okay. Well, we should probably talk to the McBees, since they're the ones with the dead kids. Also, like, stuff like Life is Strange does kind of have some DNA in kind of the bridge area sort of point and click stuff, like the stuff from Double Fine and LucasArts before that. Especially like the later Monkey Islands were 3D. What else? Full Throttle, which was just on sale because of its anniversary recently. There's another one. Grim Fandango, that's the one I'm thinking of with the skeletons. Like, they were definitely the early to mid, I guess Sierra Adventures would have been the early ones. That's where the point system in this one comes from. Oh, that's, Double Fine Adventure was the name of the game forever, but I forget what it ended up being called. I have that one. For some reason it had trouble running on my system back in the day. I think it was before the first video card upgrade, so I'll probably get back to that one. Yeah, I kickstarted that one, I think. It was kind of a return to their roots. And I have The Cave, which was by one of the other guys from LucasArts, or Lucasfilm Games or whatever. Broken Age, yeah, that's it. Okay, Wishman decides to come in. Hi, are you the McBees?
Oh, yeah, who are you?
I'm Ben Jordan. We spoke on the phone, remember?
Oh, of course. Please do come in, Mr. Jordan. You'll excuse us if we are very hospitable at the moment, but I'm sure you'll understand the reason why.
Mrs. McBee looks like my friend Dana. Yes, my deepest sympathies to you both. I promise you I'll do the best I can to get to the bottom of this. Okay. I'm going to look at this lovely lamp. Lamp in the corner of the house. Window, adequate lighting during the day. McBee's front door. Large bookshelf hangs over the sofa. Seems to contain some kind of encyclopedia set, but doesn't look like any you're familiar with. Portrait of a pale, bald man hangs above the fireplace. Oops. Something about it just makes you uneasy. But you can't quite put your finger on exactly what. Small photo on the mantel shows the McBees on vacation somewhere. Small blue bottle adds a nice touch to the room. Large stone fireplace looks cold, lies cold and unlit. McBee home, sure is depressing in here. Large red sofa looks comfortable enough. Large comfortable looking easy chair. Ellen McBee sits in the easy chair looking miserable. Adam McBee, he looks depressed. I'm having a little bit of heartburn, so we're going to take just a quick sip of Pepto. Yes, I do it straight from the bottle. Bite me. I'm the only one using it, so it's not like I'm sharing Pepto. Well, that's what I call pink drink. Yeah, I forget who did the art design on Broken Age. I know, like, they keep a lot of people in-house. I think it was the same person who did at least some of the design work on the two Halloween games. Costume quest. But I could be wrong. Anyway, I guess we'll have a chat. He's the one who called, so we'll talk to him first. Did I ask you some folks some questions? Or maybe we collect... Aye, that's what you're here for. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Okay, so it'll be a collective question. Tell me about yourselves.
My name is Adam McBee, and this is my wife, Ellen.
How do you do?
We're just normal residents of Smailholm. I work at a bank in a nearby town.
That keeps coming up.
I stay at home with the children.
Oh, I'm sorry.
About what? Our children were murdered, dear. I'm sorry, I suppose the truth hasn't really sunk in yet.
Okay, she's kind of having a, Jeez, I feel terrible.
It's alright, Mr. Jordan. It's a difficult situation for all of us.
She's having a kind of denial thing, like, I was thinking of, Laura's mom and, Sarah Palmer in, Twin Peaks. I know it's a difficult subject, but what can you tell me about the murder of your children?
Oh, my poor babies. There, Ellen, it's alright.
Well, a couple of nights ago, I woke in the middle of the night. I had a feeling something wasn't right, so I got out of bed and checked on our daughters. I think this is starting to lean Irish, my bad. You can imagine my surprise when I found they weren't in their room.
The next morning, Constable McGee came to us with the horrible news.
Tell me about your daughters. Or, that was him, sorry.
Their names were Julia and Jessica. Jessica was 7 and Julia was,
I missed the age, but whatever. The most beautiful girls he ever saw. We loved them so much. It's so difficult to believe they're gone. That was way too deep. We buried them in the church graveyard. Oh, okay. Well, I always loved going to church. Do you have any idea who could have done this?
Aye, that's easy. It was witches.
I hope we don't have to do an exhumation, but... You believe witches killed your daughters?
Aye, not just any witches. I'm sure it must have been that crazy old hag that lives in the cottage outside of town.
It's never the old hag.
I've caught glimpses of her wandering the woods, muttering to herself. Aye, that woman is bad news.
So you don't think Mary Blaine had anything to do with it? She's obviously working with the old woman.
Aye, she just didn't escape the scene fast enough, and that's why she's in jail. I've no doubt she'll confess before they hang her and identify the old hag as her accomplice. And we can finally be rid of those 2 witches for good.
Old lady, who is she?
Witch lad, she's a witch.
Do you have any proof of that?
Not for certain, but as I said, she lives alone and spends ages in the woods.
God knows what horrible things she does out there.
Well, there's some solid evidence to link her to our daughter's murder. I'd go over there right now and give her a piece of my mind.
What's her name? Maybe I can go talk to her.
We don't know her name, but it doesn't matter.
She won't talk to you. She doesn't talk to anyone.
Well, it's still worth a shot.
Or was wrong voice again, sorry. I don't think it was her. I don't think it was the Crims, but I think the Crim guy might know something. Or maybe Crim has a wife who's one of the witches from the intro.
This place used to be so nice and peaceful before the children started being murdered in the streets. Now, Ellen, calm down. Children are not being murdered in the streets. They're being murdered in the woods. The woods are just as bad. This village isn't safe anymore. You're right about that. This village was our home for many years, but we're leaving.
Leaving? Where are you going?
We're headed to Kelso. My brother lives there, and we'll be staying with him until we find a new residence.
Sorry to hear you'll be leaving your home.
There's nothing left for us here anyway.
Okay. I couldn't help but notice that portrait over your fireplace. Talk to me about Johnny Lemonhead.
Well, that's me late Uncle Fred.
I mean to sound rude, but why is he so pale and bald?
He had cancer, and shortly before he died, he has to have his portrait done.
Oh, I see. I had anything further to ask. So be it. Don't hesitate to come back. Sorry, I didn't think she would have something to say. Got time to read those books? You really don't want to touch the painting? Leave that alone, it isn't yours. While lighting a fire would make it a bit cheery in here, you don't have permission to do so. Lamp? Not lighting here at the moment. Okay. I think we're done here. Well, I'm gonna get going. Goodbye, Mr. Jordan. So the Crims and the Constable were out of the question. Can we just use the sign to go? No need to climb the wall. Oh, okay. Go this way to the church. There we go. I should see if the other direction takes us anywhere. Cool church music. We're outside Smailholm Church in the local cemetery. I don't know if Smailholm's a real place, but I think Kelso is. Smailholm Church looks like it's been standing here at least 3 centuries. Margaret Billings, 1806 to 1849, rest you with the angels. Edgar McGraw, 1911-1954, loving father, husband, and 3-time Smailholm caber toss champion. Alice Wilkins, Smailholm's oldest living resident. Morgana Blaine. Antecedent of Mary Blaine. God have mercy on your soul. That was 79 years. Grave belongs to the Bee children. So 7 and 5. Oof. There's now we children for a year now. One with the Lord. Harrison Krim. Gone but never forgotten. Also not that long ago. Alright. No interest in going to the church. Can we go past it? Might have to come back here later. Alright. Not much to do here. They mentioned the tower. I can't do anything there. Can I go to the tower? Oh, we could try to see if we can go out the front gate, too. This one doesn't have an overworld map thing. Oh, here we go. Stone archway leads into town. Large tree. Let's go watch out for that tree. Bird. Strange looking black bird is perched on one of the tree's branches. Large knothole set into the tree trunk. You're standing at a T intersection on the path from town. To the west you can see the large tower. To the east you can make what looks like a small stone cottage. So I want to do the tower first. East, the cottage is going to be the old lady. Town of Smailholm is visible below the hill. Feels old and weathered. Find nothing of interest inside the knothole. I think they said east was the cottage, so tower check first. Large and looming building, small Smailholm Tower. Coming into the path to the west, this is where the famous Smailholm Tower is located. Small lake starts here and extends towards the west. Okay. It's locked with a... wait, say giant padlock or small padlock? Giant padlock. Okay. So the tower's a wash for now. Someone's gonna have a key. Okay, I think that's just another flower. Yeah, okay. It's easier to see on OBS. What was that? Small stone wall worthy of Hadrian himself. Behind the wall you see a stretch of tall dried grass. Small stone window looks into the cottage, of course. From this angle, you can't really make out what's inside. Somewhere east of town, a small cottage is here against the stone wall. Further east, you see the beginning of a forest. Pretty little flower bed under the window. Cottage's wood door set into a stone frame. Thatch roof cottage suitable for burnination. Okay, well, we know somebody watched Runner. Okay. She's going to keep going. I'm going to see if we can't go into the cottage. But she went straight. Nobody home. Fork in the path. Path east takes to a riverbank. North of the hill is the forest. Couple of trees stand like sentinels. Kind of look at the boulder. It's a large boulder the size of a small boulder. Alright. I'm going to check the riverbank first. Or the woods. The area makes you feel somewhat uneasy. Air feels much chillier here than the rest of the area. Should probably save before we die. I don't know if we're gonna die, but I trust nothing at this point. I guess we can't do anything here yet. Alright, to the riverbank. The old woman stares at the riverside. You decide to keep out of sight.
River of life, I call upon your spirits.
The old woman begins some incantation, but you can't hear her very well over the sound of the river. Fair. I love the stock electricity sound. Well, what do you know? Looks like we've got ourselves a witch. Like a 5-point jump there. Standing on a riverbank that marks the end of the forest path. Off in the distance, you see an old stone bridge. Large tree providing shade. Dark river runs through this area, bending further east. Large tree, another large tree. Can we take the cattails? Water's very cold. Water's still very cold. More important things to do right now than climbing trees. I can't go back to the bridge. So if she went home, if not, she's probably in the woods. You hear her shuffling inside the cottage, and the voice says,
Who is it?
Hello, my name's Ben Jordan. I'm a paranormal investigator. The voice says,
So what? What do you want from me?
I was wondering if you come and ask. I was wondering if I could come and ask you a few questions.
No, I don't take visitors. Now go away.
All right, I guess we'll mention the river. Ma'am, I'd really appreciate it if you let me in.
No way, no how.
Then maybe we'll just go back to the village and tell the constable about your little spell by the river. It's blackmail, sir. Finally, you hear the door being unbarred and the voice saying,
I suppose you'd better come in.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Ben Jordan, paranormal investigator.
What do you want from me? I'm just an old woman.
Please calm down, ma'am. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
Well, that's all right, I suppose.
First of all, what were you doing down by the river? Living in a van, obviously.
I was hoping nobody would see me. They're all so superstitious around here. I'm a Wiccan. In similar terms, I suppose you could say I'm a witch.
But Wiccans aren't evil. They practice nature magic.
You surprised me, young man. Yeah, I expect you to have the mindset of the townsfolk.
You have to be open-minded and do your research when you're in my line of work, ma'am.
It seems so. By the way, my name is Wilma Wiggins.
Welcome to my cottage, Ben. Okay, let's take a look around and then we'll chat some. Bookshelf contains many books. Well, okay, a lot of books here. Chair? Wooden chair on a rug in the front of the bookshelf. This will be where Wilma reads. One of several candles on the wall. These must be used for illumination at night. Window lets light in and looks out on the field behind the cottage. No extra stuff for the curtains. Okay. Few Wiccan-looking items. Inside the cottage of Wilma Wiggins. A lot roomier inside than you would have expected. Wilma's bed. It's Wilma Wiggins, local suspected witch. Wilma?
Yes, Ben?
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I already told you, my name is Wilma Wiggins. I came to live here 30 years ago.
You've been here the whole time?
I never really had much to do with the village, as though I seem to think I'm a dark witch.
Sorry, I'm going to skip past that. How do you survive?
I'm self-sufficient, boy. I grow my own food and have plenty of books to keep me entertained. I live a quiet, peaceful life, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Subsistence farming is a pain in the ass, but I guess solo it's not as bad. What can you tell me about Smailholm?
You mean the town? Not much. I haven't set foot in there in at least 20 years. However, the area around the village is quite nice. Smailholm Tower is one of the prettiest buildings around, and the forest is quite nice this time of year. The weather could do with some improving, but you can't have everything, I suppose.
I suppose. Tell me about Smailholm Tower.
Lovely place. It's a shame you can't get in there anymore. You believe someone locked it and lost the key?
What's inside?
Old documents, ledgers, diaries, that sort of thing.
History.
The view from the top is breathtaking. I had the pleasure of going up there once.
You know anything about the recent murders?
Murders? Who was murdered?
You mean you don't know?
I'm not informed of the happenings in town.
Well, a local couple's children were murdered. Their bodies were found in the woods with strange markings on them.
That's fucked up. God help us.
Basically the same gist. Do you have any idea who would have done it?
If what you said is true, it said this is the work of dark witches. Of course, we can't jump to conclusions. It might just be an insane local. If you like, I know of a spell that can determine the fate of the children. Oh, but what am I thinking? It probably won't work.
I probably have to fetch fucking components. Probably know the McVees, do you?
No, who are they?
Parents of the murdered children. They seem to know you.
Everyone in town knows about me. They all think I'm a witch. We've been over this. Weren't you paying attention? I suppose these McBee's people told you they thought I'd killed their children?
Well, yeah, they did.
I should have guessed. It's always so easy for people to blame their problems on things they don't understand.
Truer words. You know, now that you mention it, you remind me of my conversation with them. I can't quite place what it is, but something seems strange about them.
Strange how?
I don't know. I kind of got the feeling they were too sad. Their grief didn't seem natural. What? But there's something else. Well, maybe it's just my imagination. I'm not really good at handling myself when other people are upset.
The one thing I've learned in my life, Ben, is that appearances can be deceiving. You should trust your instincts.
So I think they misspelled deceiving, but... Talk to me about the spell. You mentioned a spell that could tell us what happened to the children?
Yes, but I don't know if it'll work. You need to bring me 2 very specific items, and I don't know if you'll be able to get them.
I'll try my best. What are they?
First off, you need an item belonging to the children. You might try asking the parents for something, but I don't know if they'll be willing to part with anything in their grief.
Maybe something near the grave. Which means I might need a shovel.
Second, you need an item belonging to someone accused of the crime. Has anyone been accused?
That'd be Mary. Actually, yes, a young lady named Mary Blaine is in jail accused of the crime.
I see. Well, then just bring me those 2 things and I'll be able to see what happened to the children. That's
Well, that's all. I'll be on my way.
bye, Ben.
Can we grab anything? I hope you are suggesting what I think you're suggesting. Or did you just take Wilma's things? Well, the titles do look interesting. You have time to read now. You have no desire to sit down right now. Okay, let's head out. I feel like we'll probably hit up Mary first, because that's going to be the easier sell. I feel like at some point we're either going to need something shiny or something red-like to get the birds' attention. You know, some kind of food. I'm going to talk to her, not talk to that. Hello again, Mary.
Hello, Ben.
Mary, can I ask you a favor?
What is it, Ben?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but what it pretty much boils down to is... I need something of yours for a spell to determine what happened to the McBee girls.
A spell? Are you dabbling in magic, then?
Sort of. Wilma Wiggins is helping me.
You do know that everyone thinks she's a witch, don't you?
Yeah, I do, but she told me she was a Wiccan. She didn't even know about the murders.
Ah, Ben, you're so trusting. 'Tis a noble quality, but one day that might get you hurt someday. Anywho, if you think it'll help me clear my name, I'll do it. Of course, all I can give you is my locket, and I'd hate to part with that.
I promise I'll take extremely good care of it. Immediately is going to get destroyed by the spell.
Alright, Ben, I believe you will. The locket was given to me by my grandmother. It was me mother's before she died, so it's very special to me.
I understand. I got my grandfather's ring. He was the only one in my family who supported my love for the paranormal. Oh, it would kill me if I lost it, so I'll treat your locket with the same respect.
Thank you, Ben. Here it is.
No, thank you, Mary. Mary takes off her locket, which you carefully put away. I'll see you later. Oh, please do come back if you want to converse. Okay. We have a third item to look at. It's Mary's locket. So either we gotta fast talk the McBees, or...
I'm sorry, but this is a bad time. About to get ready to leave for Kelso, and I haven't got time to chat.
Oh, alright, I'll be on my way then.
Why did you remember to take Jessica's bear to her grave?
Oh, he's gonna leave it at the grave.
Aye, that I did. Goodbye, Mr. Jordan.
Okay. Well, that was easy. Grave boys. We can put it back when we're done with it, I guess. Tell me the spell. You take the teddy bear. Teddy bear that once belonged to the McBee children. I was about to ask, like, what the key was for, and I'm like, oh wait, that's our room key. Haha. Now we gotta walk all the way the hell back to the witch, but at least we should have the items we need. Alrighty, up. Okay, it's a shorter trip than I thought, actually. It's me, Ben. Get your ass in here. Hi, Wilma.
Hey, Ben, what can I do for you?
Alright, here's the goods. Found the city bear on the grave of the McBeaver girls. Will it work for the spell?
Yes, they should be perfect, thank you.
Here's the locket I got from Mary.
Great work, lad. You've done well, Ben. Now I have all I need for my spell. Unfortunately, it will take a while to prepare, but come back first thing tomorrow morning and I'll have it ready for you.
Okay, thanks, Will. You've been more than helpful. It's getting late anyway, you decided to head back to the inn. Seems to be some commotion in here. And the Blade Girl denies having anything to do with the murders. Something is not right around here. Do you know anything you're not telling me? It's like I told you, Professor. I'm but a humble innkeeper. Doesn't happen in here. It's not likely. It's likely I won't find out about it until much later. I swear to you, if I find out you're holding back information. You there, Jordan. What are you doing here? I'm staying at the inn. I came back to get some rest. I suppose you've been dilly-dallying all day asking about witches and all that paranormal nonsense. Maybe so, but at least I haven't been going around being a jerk to villagers like you. I hope he gets Wicker Man. Fuck this guy. I'd like to remind you that I have a double murder on my hands and an entire village full of suspects, so I'm not about to coddle them. Still, you might find people more cooperative if you're not a complete dick to them. How dare you? Well, you know my methods have never failed me. Unlike yourself, I don't go around seducing the locals. What do you mean, seducing the locals? Oh, come now, you can't fool me. I went back to interrogate the Blaine girl in jail. She told me you'd been there. She was obviously quite smitten and very uncooperative with me. Ridiculous, I say. She was smitten? Yes, but it seems she fancies you. But enough of this foolishness. I still have work to be done. Don't hit on the prisoner, Ben. And you're wearing cargo pants. Come on. I'll say that man is the most unpleasant bastard I've ever met. He must not have been hugged much as a child. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Good night, Marcus. Night, laddie. Day 2. First holiday in 3 days. Well, not 2 days, but... Okay, I think we're good for now. I thought I saw something on the rail and I realized it was the door handle. So Wilma said that the spell would take a day, so that's probably our best bet here. I kind of want to take a look around town real quick to see if anything else is interactive before we go. Hey, Ben. See you later. Yep. Nothing going on there. Didn't get the items back yet. Okay. They said they were leaving, so they're probably out already. Yep. Okay. No business with the Crims. Okay. I can see if anybody's in the churchyard. Just remind me, I gotta remember to return the... Try and return the locket and the bear if we get them back. to climb through the arch. Okay. Oh, the bird's gone. Could be somewhere else, though. I don't know why I was observing that spot before. I'm going to check everywhere before we commit to the spell. Door's open. That is kind of suspect. She usually bars it. Okay, nothing going on here. Nothing new here. Alright, well, Wilma's probably fucking dead. Or at least vanished. Cottage door is ajar. Oh, she's super fucking dead. Hey, Wilma, I noticed your door was open and I, Oh my god! Who would do something like this? Well. You good? Talking to that wouldn't solve anything. Wilma lies on the floor, dead. Judging by the large wound on her head, you guess she was bludgeoned to death. There's a large symbol painted on the wall in red and sends a shiver down your spine. Don't touch it, it's evidence. It's not a very good idea. Guess we're not getting those items back. At least not anytime soon. Guess we gotta go tell the constable. Oh, it's this asshole. Even worse. I'm gonna get thrown in prison now. Well, what do we have here? No time for snide remarks now. Wilma Wiggins has been brutally murdered. What? Who is Wilma Wiggins? The old woman who lives in this cottage? Yesterday she was helping me try to find out what happened to the McBee children. When I came to see her today, I found someone had broken in and murdered her. It's more serious than I thought. Clearly we have a killer on the loose who may strike again at any moment. Gee, you think? Save the sarcasm, Jordan. You're way out of your league here. I started going broke with him when he was in English. I must return to the village and call for reinforcements. And then I totally Americanized him. I'm warning you, stay out of my way. This case is no longer your concern. What do you mean, no longer my concern? There's obviously something very wrong here, and I need to find out what that is. Get his ass. Leave it to the professionals. Your little witch hunt is over, Mr. Jordan. I'd appreciate it if you'd left the village by tonight. Just a minute. I mean it. If you're still here by the time the police arrive, I shall have no choice but to consider you a suspect and hold you for questioning. It's your choice. I hope you make the right one. Well. Damn right I will. I feel like eventually we're going to have to come here for something, but I don't know what. I guess if nothing else, we should go back to town and talk to Mary. Odd, some of the flowers all look a bit more crimson than usual. Almost like blood. Oh. It's a feeling you begin to search the flower bed. Sure enough, you find a blood-stained crowbar. Crowbars can open things, though. Blood-stained crowbar. Carrying it makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, but it may come in handy. Okay. You run your hand across the dried grass, imagining fields of Elysium. I'm wondering if there's something under the chair. Okay. It was just a thought that there might be a hatch under there to a cellar, but... Let's see what we can break into! Oh, hello. That's new. Something's been written in the tree in dark red substance. You examine the message more closely. That's some puzzle shit. Looks like a code, though. Though I don't know why the first letter would be the same 2 letters. Take a snapshot with this. Hold up, sorry. Okay, doesn't look like I can take a snapshot of OBS, but what I can do. Alright. I popped the clip in a different tab. If you're looking at the witch code on the tree, it gives you the creeps. Okay. If you touch the message, it might be necessary as evidence later. So either we have to decode it manually, or there's a witch code decoder somewhere. Giant padlock. Can we crowbar padlock? Yo! Alright, we're in. They did say there was diaries and stuff in here, so... Old tapestry of King Arthur. Somehow it seems a bit out of place in here. Books on the top shelf seem to be old diaries. These books are all about the history of Smailholm. It's one of those types of medieval windows that doesn't open. You browse the books, pull out one random and read a passage. Interesting facts about Smailholm. Served as a... Okay, Smailholm Tower served as a beacon to ships, guiding them to Berwick. Okay. Oh, we are near a river, so... In 1744, laborers earned 5 or 6D, about 2.5 pence per day. By 1800, the population declined, and they were able to earn about 1 shilling, 5 pence per day. Captain Cook's mother, Jean, lived in Smailholm before her marriage to John Cook of Ednam. They're believed to have married in Smailholm Church. Okay. Standing on the high point of a hill between Kelsom and St. Boswell's, Smailholm Tower is visible for miles around. Early records showed to be in the hands of the Pringles in 1408. Which you pop. In 1513, the then laird, David Pringle, the guy on the Pringles can, and his 4 sons all perished at the Battle of Flodden. Thereafter, it was attacked regularly by the marauding English armies. The Scott of Harden family took it over about 1645, but by 1700 had moved on to Sandy... I feel like we could just keep getting random quotes. Hospital in the Manor, probably for lepers. I appreciate that they wrote all this, but I can't read all of this. I'm going to be here for a bit if I do. There's the hospital again. Okay, maybe this is actually important. Thought to have been at what is now Court Hill, but no sign remains. It was recorded between 1420 and 1640 approximately. Made the same place as Nenthorne Spittal, which is at the same site just within Nenthorne Parish. That's the high on the hill again. Okay, I think it's 3 it shovels from. Diary is very old. The date on it says 1303 and the handwriting is awful. It says, King Edward the First today came through the town. He's much shorter than I thought. Diary hasn't got a name, and only has 1 entry. It says, March 4th, 1830. Bob, I'm sure you will read this. I'm leaving you for the banker. Say hello to the cats for me. Diary of Thomas Pringle. Okay. They were struck with the most brilliant idea. Would it not be most practical to slice off bits of potatoes, fry them in oil, and harden them? That's good. People everywhere would love them. I shall call them crisps and put them in vertical canisters. Everyone will love my Pringle crisps. The thing with Pringles is, they're made from a potato slurry. That's why they're always so consistent. And then I think extruded before they're fried. Reverend Gideon Brown, and dates back to 1689. I don't bloody care if they're William and Mary. I ain't praying for them. Let's see those church bastards throw me out. I'd like to see them try. Reverend Gideon again. Remember, countless examples of things hidden behind medieval tapestries. You take a look behind it. Fortunately, all you find is dust. So much for that old theory. So not as spectacular as you'd imagined. Field's old and dusty. But can we climb higher is the question. Doesn't look like it. Feels like wood. Alright, so there's nothing useful here yet. But now we have access in there, so maybe something ends up in there later. And then what I'll do during the break is I'll try and get a screenshot of that highlight, because maybe we can decode the witch code ahead of things. Alright, well yeah, we're coming up on the ad, so we'll be right back. Let's save while we're in town here. And we'll be right back. I'll get on that witch code. I can probably blow it up a little too to try to figure it out. There it is. Okay, so, I copied down most of the witch code, and I think I might already have an idea where we're going with this. I'm going to go back to the tree real quick, because I think it would be funny as hell if we could solve this. I swear I did not look at a guide during the break at all. But one of the words at the one of the words at the bottom. Oh, the bird's back. Okay, I was missing one symbol there that's behind my head. Actually, I'll probably make my camera go away in just a second, just so you can see it while we work on this. Okay, but I think these bottom two words are where we, and I think this is WW as in Wilma Wiggins, I think. So I'm going to get a different color pen, and then we'll try to puzzle the rest of this out. Let me make my camera go away real quick. It's going to get noisy for a second. Okay, but you should still be able to hear me. Or actually, I probably move the camera up to the corner here. Yeah, that's not too much in the way. Cut off a bit, but that's fine. Okay. So, I'll just have to move that back after the fact. Alright, so like I said, I think the double wedge ones are W's. I think that bottom left word is where, W-H-E-R-E, because I think the following word is we. And I think the symbols they picked are at least somewhat adjacent to what they were trying for to match the letters. I'm gonna do that above, whatever. All right. So I don't know what that double M is though. Well, the double triple line. I don't think those are M's, but alright, hope. It's kind of a long shot, but it's also weird that that would be the only H there. Oh wait, that could be will. The triple line could be L. That's the only word I could think that would have that. We had another R. Yeah, there. Okay, huh? Alright, that long-ass word's gonna be a pain in the ass. But I think those hook with the dot might be O's. Alright, we're gonna operate on the assumption that that is will. So, triple line is L. Well, triple line vertical is L. We've got an IE after that. Do we have any more of those U-looking ones? I don't think so. No. Alright. Well, I think I think that's gotta be die, right? The J. It looks like the Tsu in katakana. So I think that second word is gonna be dead. As in Wilma whatever dead. Alright, let's get the D's in and then we'll work from there. I think that was the last one, actually. Alright. So, if that's dead, the arrow, the Sagittarius is A. So, something will die. I feel like the last word's going to be want. Wait, did I miswrote that. That's a U. That's not the... So that'd be an I. Okay. I miswrote the symbol on my paper here. As with that, I'm looking down in front of me. Alright, so if that last word is want, then this is in something. Okay, and then the 6 with the slash is a T. So there's one there. That might be the only one. The TL, the only thing I can think of, okay, is the triangle, the kite is a Y. Mary will die. That's got, yeah, because, yeah, okay. So, first word, second row looks like Mary. There's no other M's, though. The only word I can think of for the long one is innocently. I can look up other words that are spelled with that many letters, so apologies for the music, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters. Because there's no letters that match that 1 2-letter word. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 letters. can we, let me look. Word finder, know some letters. There we go. Find words containing specific letters. Alright. 6-letter words. Ten-letter words beginning with I. Let's try that. I'm trying to find the search thing I used for the here, I'll meet the game. Okay. There's a word search thing. Was it word hippo? Alright, starts with in, ends with Antley. 10 letters. Innocently is the only thing that fits that. But then I don't know what that missing word is. Well, let's see what letters are left here. Because it can't be B, it can't be 2. I don't think. No, because we have an O. Alright, so A we got. I can click back in now too. So let's get the audio back. Okay, so A we used. C, D, E all used. F hasn't come up yet. H is done. W is done. R is done. N, T, L, Y. I. So clearly that's a note to the other witches, as I think, and not a note, like a threat to me. M is used, okay. O is used, alright. Did we use B? No. B, F, G, J, K, P, Q, U, V, X, Z. Like, really all I can get out of this is up. Up is my best guess, but I don't know what innocently up where we want isn't making much sense to me. But here, I'll type it in chat too, so it's on the VOD on the visuals. I'm gonna apologize for the noise, but all right. Okay. So that's on the record now. I imagine the game might actually give us a solution item or something. Oh, I forgot to move the camera back too. At least we're getting different tones each time. We were about here, right? Yeah. Okay. But it'd be funny to see if we cracked it before all that shenanigans. Okay. Oh, we can't save while we're looking at this. That's fine. Okay, back to town. Let's see what people think about this. Wilma Wiggins. I'm sorry I forgot her last name earlier. We're like hitting the pixels of the bars. Yep. Wilma Wiggins has been murdered. What? I went to go see her about the spell this morning. I found her house had been broken into. She was inside on the floor. It was horrible. Oh, you poor dear. But that's not all. That was more English than Scottish. Eh? Someone drew a symbol on Wilma's wall. What kind of symbol? I'll show you. See here? It was identical to the witch code mark for murder. Oh, I didn't know we had a witch code. Oh, it was in the book. You're right, so does this mean... I think it just might. Children tend to think there's a dark witch. I'm scared, Ben. Don't worry, Mary. For all we know, it's just one person. Shouldn't be too difficult to track them down. Be careful, Ben. See you soon. Bye. I think he looked in the book. Maybe we can use the book on it, and I could have saved myself all that trouble. Which would be funny. Zoom in first. Nope. For the shot. The thing I think it might be up could also be an abbreviation of some sort. Councilman McGee must be out. Oh, clicked out, sorry. We'll check at the church. If I don't see anything here, I might have to hit a guide real quick just to... We didn't touch any of the gravestones. Oh. Church walls are cold and kind of slimy. Oh, we didn't check the knothole this time. We didn't find anything there before. But we didn't check after the code. Oh, if that doesn't yield anything, then I'm gonna... try a guide. I just need a punch in the right direction here. Otherwise, we're making pretty good time. Honestly, I'm just glad we busted that code properly. Okay, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do next, so... Ben Jordan case 3... Alright, yeah, walk through King. Alright, day 2. There's a floorboard in the tower. Okay. I didn't really look at the floorboards. Is it just from the lighting? Oh, there we go. Oh, due to the light falling on it, but that is probably our target. Alrighty. Now the board has been moved, there's a gaping hole in the floor. Search the hole and find what appears to be an old diary. That's probably our witch code. Perhaps the diary belongs to one Edgar McGraw and dates back to the 1950s. McGraw writes about odd happenings in Smailholm, how several people in town never seem to age, and how every so often a mysterious murder will occur. Final entry catches your attention. August 12th, 1954. I have no doubt there is a witch cult in this town. I saw them in the woods. It was they who killed those 2 children. And I'm sure they will kill again. So they like killing kids. Or God help us all. They've lived in Smailholm for years. They have no intention of leaving. Our town is cursed. You also find a separate page which you tear out. It has a partial translation of the witch code on it. Alrighty. Okay, how right was I? Okay, that's a B. I was right about Y. I was right about everything else. We just... That's I, yeah, okay. Marble die, okay, so... I don't know what this fork one would be. So U is still free then. So it's B something. BF? BG? BU? BG, BJ. It could be innocently BJ as in Ben Jordan. All things considered, only getting one word wrong, pretty fucking good. Alright, so can I use that on this? No, we'd have to do it manually, but... Oh, okay. Okay, there was 2 split sentences. Mary will die innocently, BJ where we want. I just saw it below, in the guide, below the window, but Again. We just didn't get the split. Use that on her. Oh, I literally have no idea what we're supposed to do here. We talk to Mary. Okay, we gotta go to the forest. This was the only bit I got stuck. I mean, we hadn't checked back at the forest yet, so. Or not? Maybe we have to talk to her about finding the diary too before this happens. I'll check the river too. Alright, I guess we'll talk to Mary about the diary. I don't know. I feel like this segment's a little more aimless than some of the other ones have been. Okay. That is a new option. Look what I found inside the Smailholm Tower. What is it? An old diary from 50 years ago, but look at this entry. She made the entry about the Smailholm witch cult. Okay. So there's been a secret witch cult operating in this town for over 50 years? Yes, they're the ones that killed the McBee children. But it certainly seems like good evidence in my favor. I'll say. I'm gonna go see if I can find Constable McGee so I can show him. I'll have no choice but to let you out. Good luck, Ben. Alright. Halfway there. Or that wouldn't solve anything. Now we might be able to go do something. I don't know what would have cued anyone into noticing that board on the floor. Except randomly clicking the look around option. Okay, Constable McGee's not here. See what lets me into the church. Nope, okay. Nope. That was an accidental click out. Alright, hope. Now let's try the woods. The locals didn't seem to have much interest in going into the tower, so I don't worry about that. Oh. Oh, luckily the secret meeting. Luckily the participants don't seem to notice you. Is everything in place? Yes, Master. Tomorrow's ceremony will go as planned. And the girl? Still in prison, though she concerns me. Oh, that's the constable, I think. Why is that? I fear she may be getting too close. We shall discuss this later. I must go prepare for tomorrow. You know what you have to do. Uh-oh, you better get out of here before they see you. Okay. Well, that's weird. Can I go back? No. At least nothing's going on. So the cops are in on it. Go figure. I keep clicking out. I keep hitting just over the threshold where an exit would be. But enough to get out of the window. Did I get longer? No, okay, that's the same message. No. Anything back at the tower? Nope. Try walking there. Alright, fine. I don't think we were able to go this way, but I never really tried, so... No. Okay. Find a sweet spot on the quote bubble level, let me talk. Okay. Mary, you're not going to believe this. What is it? I was out in the woods and I saw Constable McGee. Oh, and he's in on it. Okay. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. He was talking to some guy in a black cloak. I keep forgetting it auto proceeds. I had a feeling there was something not right about this place. Can we get you out? I have to get you out of here, Mary. They're going to kill you. Oh, Ben, that's sweet of you, but how are you going to get this cell open? Haven't really thought about that yet. Crowbar? Come up with a plan. When I do, I'll bust you out of here. Very well, I'll be waiting. See you soon. Alright. Can we crow a bar? Can we crow several bars, like the one she's behind? Alright, crowbar's not going to happen here. So we'd have to find the keys. We tried to walk left there, just pushed we past, maybe go past the houses again, so. Try the hotel? Try the other rooms? I don't know. In your room. We haven't checked back in our room either. Nothing going on there. I'm paranoid I'm gonna get jumped or something. Oh, there you are, Jordan. I've been looking for you. Councilman McGee, thought I wouldn't see you in the woods, did you? Thought maybe it solved the case. You killed the McBee children, didn't you? You were gonna frame poor Mary and make yourself look like some big hero. Well, you're half right about that, but your half-ass theories bore me. Truth is, I've come to stop your snooping around. Your leash has become too slack. What are you talking about? I don't think I need to waste time explaining myself. What? Are you gonna kill me? Of course not. I'm no murderer. So the robe dude probably did the killing. But as soon as you know you'll be coming along quietly, so I'm gonna have to use this tranquilizer gun to make sure you don't put up a fight. Okay. Wake up in your room, find yourself tied to this very small room. Your pockets feel slightly emptier too. You hear multiple voices nearby. I think we might be able to get something off. Do that. Damn it. I'm going to see if I can't hit him with a crowbar. If it doesn't work, we'll do the room solution, but... this feels like a dead end if I just let him take me out. Think quickly, throw the crowbar to the constable's head. Kabong! Hell yeah. Rifle, rifle. Touch the path and manage to get some dirt on your fingernails. Where? Okay. So a way to get his tranquilizer gun, though. Maybe that's what fell behind him. I thought that was his feet. There's a constable find a key to keyring. You also take the opportunity to snag a tranquilizer gun. Okay, I think we're on the right path here. I'll do a separate save just in case. It's not the first thing I would have thought to throw at him, but it was the only heavy thing, so... now we know how to get Mary out. Trank gun, only one shot left. Unlock the cell door with the constable's key. There you go, Mary. You're free to go. Oh, Ben, you're amazing. But I have no place to go. If I go back to home, the townspeople will come looking for me once they find out I've escaped. Well, you can always come back to the inn with me. There's nobody around during the day. No one would see you. Alright, let's go there then. Well, you'll be safe in my room, Mary. I don't think anyone will think to look in here before we get this whole mess sorted out. Oh, Ben, I can't thank you enough for this. Oh, I changed your voice. Hey, like that, sir. I'm just doing my job. No, it's more than that. You've been so kind to me and treated me as a friend, even though I was the prime murder suspect. Not many people would do that. I mean, I can't remember the last time someone was kind to me. The whole village always thought I was a witch, so I never really had any friends. That's terrible. I don't see how anyone could be unkind to such a sweet and pretty person. Let that one slip. Oh my goodness, you're making me blush. I must confess, I thought you were particularly handsome when we first met. I was so anxious to get out of jail I could spend more time with you. It was a little ham-fisted, but okay. Yeah, now I'm the one who's gonna blush. Sure. I'm kidding. Don't say anything, just kiss me again. It's a big bed. They're gonna be schmanging. Alright. Mary's sleeping peacefully. Alright, we might go back to the first save just to see what happens if you don't come on our boy, but okay, huh? I don't want to go. I want to leave. As expected, you didn't listen to me. I warned you, Jordan. I told you to get out of town, but you insisted on staying. Now I'm afraid I have no choice but to interrogate you as a suspect in this case. Go right ahead, I've got nothing to hide. We'll see about that. Come with me. Do you mind not pacing so much? It's really starting to get on my nerves. Formulating some questions for you, Jordan. Now, I have precious little time, so I would appreciate it if you were as truthful as possible. What do you know about the Mary Blade's disappearance from the town jail? That's the other question pertains to me. Mary Blade is no longer in jail, and you were the last person to be seen near that location. I'd say it very much does pertain to you. No idea what happened to Mary. But if you won't answer the question, I suppose we'll have to ask you something else. Now then, who murdered Wilma Wiggins? Dark Witches. He's not going to believe me, but I think it was the Dark Witches. More specifically, a witch cult operating here in Smailholm. I'll hear none of this paranormal nonsense. Fine, don't believe me, but take a look at this diary I found. Show Percy the diary about the witch cult. I see, so you believe this cult mentioned in the diary is still here? Yes, I do. They may not be broomstick-riding spellcasting witches, but they're definitely dangerous people. Valid point. However, we have no proof of specific members of this cult. It's a good lead, but not a great one. You mean to tell me you're actually agreeing with me? I wouldn't put it that way, but I am less hesitant to doubt your theories. So who do you think killed the McBee children? We were suspicious of the McBees, so I might as well. McBees themselves. You think the McBees killed their own children? Yes, I've seen it on the news thousands of times. Parents come on TV, acting heartbroken and sobbing their eyes out, saying, "Please return our children." And a couple of weeks later, they confess to killing the kids themselves. By a bit of a leap of logic, but okay. The fact that they left town so quickly is pretty suspicious too. They did leave, like, the day after. I must say I hadn't considered that possibility. They probably called me in to make me the patsy. Very well, I should look into that angle. After all, the more evidence we have on this murder, the better. Well, now we're done here. Please leave now, Jordan. I'm finished with you. Alright. I'm satisfied with my answers. Here? No. Oh, that's new. Alright, we figured out most of the rest of this, so... Alright, let me see, that's... E... L... I... I'm glad we figured this out. I was making this big go look great. M... I... N... That's probably eliminate. Yeah, okay. Eliminate... That's a letter we haven't seen before. Both of those are letters we haven't seen before. Ends with a J. And that's another letter we haven't seen before. Well, crap. Alright, well, there's only one other person left in town. Well, there's 3 people left in town. There's Krim, there's the innkeeper, and there's the other detective. And I feel like if anybody needed to be eliminated, it would be the detective, so... Should probably go have a chat with him. Seeing if maybe like half the witch code was in a... Because yeah, I don't know where he learned the witch code symbol for murder. When he was talking to Mary earlier. Nope. I haven't got time for it right now. I'm too busy formulating theories. Talking about the witch code? Professor, you're in trouble. What makes you say that? There's a message on a tree written in witch code and it's incredibly threatening. And what does it say? I think those are his initials. And Z's like one of the few letters we got left, so... Can I borrow the shovel? What are you gonna do with it? What do you want it for? I don't think it's any of your business. Likewise, then. Alright, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's on the guide, too. But I only needed it for the second one. Alright, up. We'll try capitalizing. Eliminate PQJ, comma, Z, period. Maybe we have to do the first message first? Mind you, don't even go there, Jordan. Call this a room? I've seen more spacious closets than Howard Johnson's. Who? Let's try without the signature. Okay. There we go. I don't know why I wouldn't keep the signature. Whatever. Are you sure? I missed something there. I would probably. I could find some clues nearby. Excuse me, won't you? Oh, he's gonna check out the tree. Free shovel. Anything in the fun bag? This is the right to go snooping right through his stuff. Besides, if he caught you, you'd be in big trouble. Okay. We've got a shovel now. And I feel like we might be doing the exhumation I was kind of dreading, so... Okay, so Mary's left out of this. This guide says the other half of the witch code is in the game manual. I'd have to check the game files to see. Actually, I'll go ahead and check. Hold up. Let me mute it real quick. So I think I could just crack open the folder. Open folder in Explorer. There's a README. There's also a handbook. Okay. The rest of the witch alphabet is in the handbook section in the game folder. It's got A, C, F, G. That doesn't match, though. The J matches. The Z matches. Oh, maybe we didn't use some of these. Okay, oh, maybe the P does match. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it does. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. Alright. So in the future, I gotta remember to check the handbook, just in case. Back to work. We'll get the audio back up. We're good. Okay. I think I just saved, but I'm gonna do it again anyway. Only place I can think to use a shovel would be the graveyard. There hasn't been much else to do around the church otherwise besides grab the bear, so... It's getting late, so I don't know if we're actually going to do the alternate path. Alright, this was the... McBee's grave, so... Reluctantly, you pull out a shovel and begin digging up the McBee children's grave. Well, at least he's reluctant, too. After what seems like hours, you finally hit something. You hop into the open grave. I feel like I would set up a ladder or something, because this is just a recipe for disaster. Hold your breath as you prepare to lift the coffin lid. The creak, you open the lid. Inside the coffin you see? Absolutely nothing. The coffin's completely empty. What the hell is going on here? Close the coffin lid and climb out of the grave. So they have a very bad feeling in the pit of your stomach. Well, hello there, Mr. Jordan. It seems you've been busy. Mr. and Mrs. McBee, I thought you were leaving town.
Don't play coy with us, Jordan. We know what you've seen.
So you two are members of the witch cult.
That's right, but we are the only ones. Everyone in Smailholm is, even your precious Mary.
You don't even have children, do you?
Oh, the idea of us actually raising little brats is too ridiculous to consider.
So if your kids weren't murdered, why was I called out here? Why was Mary put in jail if she's one of you? And why did you bother making this fake grave?
You could answer your questions, but I think there's someone else who would do a better job.
You're gonna drag Mary out for it? And who might that be? Oh, the bald guy. That would be me. Hey, you're the guy from the painting in the McBee's house.
That is correct. I am Sorceress, the Grand Warlock.
Sorceress? What, were your parents fans of cheesy 80s movies or something? We're like right on top of an ad, so hopefully this will come to an interactive section and I can jump out real quick.
Besides, I have no time to waste. Evening draws near, and soon will be time for our sacrifice.
Who are you sacrificing?
I was sacrificing you, Mr. Jordan.
I guess I should have seen that coming, but why me?
Come along now, this is no time for questions.
And what if I don't come along?
We'll have to subdue you, and I can assure you that it would be a pleasant experience.
Well, I guess I haven't got much of a choice. Let's go. Although now this is a fine mess you're in. You've been designated this evening's sacrifice and are currently tied to a stake. Okay, break time. BRB. The other 2 pages of the journal for the guide for this one. Well, the Paranormal Investigations manual. There's a story that ties into this apparently. Witch Cult of New England, Marcus Wilkins, Pennsylvania, 1804. While stories of witches in turn-of-the-century colonial America are entirely not uncommon, this particular report stands out because of the fact that it is the only reported case of true black witches in the United States. This particular cult is also one of the most bloodthirsty and evil ones documented. Wilkins was the constable of a local town where several inhabitants turned out to be members of a dark witch cult. They would practice rituals in the woods, causing residents to report odd noises and lights. The cult would celebrate the traditional Wiccan holidays, but instead of embracing change in seasons and the passing of the year, they would sacrifice a virgin and steal their youth to achieve immortality. So that's why people weren't aging in the other story. The leader of the cult was a man who called himself Sorceress and was described by Wilkins as very tall, with pale skin, almost bone white. He was bald and had piercing black eyes that looked into your very soul. Wilkins writes about how the cult members were all unusually young looking and how longtime residents of the town always had trouble remembering how long any of them had been living in town. Wilkins infiltrated a cult meeting for the summer holiday of Lammas, or Lammas, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, sorry, and prevented the sacrifice from occurring. The next day, all members of the cult were found dead in their houses, each of them beyond recognition. All the bodies of the cult members were removed except for Sorceress. He was presumed to have gone to the forest to die, and his body eaten by local wildlife. In any case, no reports of the dark witch cults have surfaced since then. So I'm guessing Sorceress fled to Scotland and started the cult over again. Is what the deal is here. Anyway, quick sip and then we will proceed. Well now, this is a fine mess you're in. You've been designated this evening's sacrifice and are currently tied to a stake. That's bad. Members of the witch cult have been muttering to themselves for about 15 minutes and you sense that something bad is going to happen soon. On the bright side, nobody bothered searching through your pockets before tying you up, so if you do somehow manage to escape, you won't be at a disadvantage. My brothers, the time for the sacrifice draws near. It is nearly midnight and our lamb is in place. He surely suffers, master. He must pay for what he did to me. Now, Brother Mickey, this sacrifice is supposed to be a time of rejoicing rebirth, not a bloodthirsty revenge. Now, wait a minute. I have a lot of questions, and I demand some answers. Very well. I'm feeling a bit generous tonight. What do you want to know? Why are you having the sacrifice anyway? Today is the festival of Lammas. We commemorate this occasion with a gift of eternal youth. Hence, you must sacrifice a young virgin and take their youth every 20 years. Well, you've made a terrible mistake. I'm not, We know for a fact that you are. We can tell these things. Oh, well, shit. So they didn't smang last night. They might have made out. But... What about Sorceress? I've read about you. You were the leader of a witch cult back in colonial America, weren't you? Okay, so this is going to cover what we just discussed. Seems my reputation precedes me. Yes, that was I. Our sacrifice was interrupted by a constable who infiltrated our group. I was able to escape and make my way back to my homeland of Romania. Oh, there's another story about a Romanian witch cult. Okay. But it doesn't mention Sorceress. Originally, yes. After spending a few centuries regaining strength by sucking life out of some nearby villages, I came here. People of Smailholm have been very loyal to me. I'll read the Romanian story real quick. This one's set in 1957. Kriegers called to a village in Romania where the year's harvest has been spoiled. The cows have ceased giving milk, and several villagers have become ill. The townspeople blame the Strigoi. This creature in Romanian folklore said to be a sort of vampire witch. In this case, is Strigoica, female, which is more powerful than the males. Strigoi are said to inhabit the dark forests and only come out to prey on their victims. They possess magic and psychic abilities, invading dreams and causing insanity. Like vampires, they can drain blood and create undead slaves. Krieger encounters the Strigoica and describes her as a horrible creature looking much like a walking corpse, with leathery skin, dressed in tattered rags, long spidery fingers, and horrible fangs. Krieger destroys it by luring it out into the sunlight, but I don't know what that has to do with Sorceress. Alright, anyway, ask why me? Well, the people sacrificed, why pick me? An excellent question, but that is a long story and time is precious. So this was probably one of these guys, he was probably the guy in the outro to the first game. So he said, luring you here was easy. All we had to do was make up the story of murdered children and assign everyone a role. That way we could make certain that you would be running around investigating while we prepared your sacrifice. And obviously it worked, despite this small unforeseen deviation. What deviation? I wasn't anticipating a crowbar to the head. And you were not intended to free Mary. Well, instead we worked around that, and here you are. I don't know how to do a Romanian accent, so I'm not going to try. Haven't got any more questions. Then let us commence with the sacrifice. Stop. Mary. Well, if this isn't Sister Blaine, why are you not wearing your robes? Mary, is it true? Are you really a witch? Yes, Ben, I'm afraid so. However, I didn't anticipate you being so kind to me. I thought you would just think I was the enemy. I never thought I would feel this way, but I love you, Ben. Touching. However, I meant to remind you that we have a sacrifice to perform. I won't let you harm him, Sorceress. I've had enough of living forever. Oh. Very well, if that's the way you feel, I shall leave you of your great burden. Dead? Dead. Well. Mary, no! Now then, where were we? You find yourself truly overcome with rage at the idea that Mary truly loved you, and that Sorceress so thoughtlessly took her away from you. You struggle angrily and break from the ropes. Alright, yeah, just flex them off. See ya. The sacrifice is escaping. What do we do, Master? You fools. You just let him get away. Obviously, if you want something done right, you have to do this yourself. I'll handle this. Whoop! Okay, I like the bat form. That looks like something. You managed to find your way to the entrance of the dark forest, but you can't keep running. You need to deal with Sorceress somehow. You bend down and pick up the stick, feeling an odd sense of deja vu. The dowsing stick? Okay. Ah, Jordan, there you are. Stay away from me. You killed Mary. Yes, I've seen this before. You loved her, she loved you. It's all so terribly tragic. You heartless bastard. All you care about is your sacrifice. Alright, let's put some more emotion on that. But I suppose that's true. Of course, being a Strigoi, I don't need the sacrifice. I can survive on my own by drawing blood from unsuspecting victims. I just find it much easier to have a loyal following to do all the work for me. Typical management. Now enough chatter. Come quietly or I shall have no choice to kill you myself, but to kill you myself. I'd like to see you try. I'm gonna do 3? Hit it with the bop gun. Did we get it? No. Now here's Vampire Slave. Let's try that again. Okay, they're gonna let me try it again. Cool. Oh, we already have the stick, apparently. I think. No. Oh, we hadn't quite hit it. Okay. Pull the tranquilizer gun and shoot his Sorceress. Some vampire if he's trankable. Oh! That's what this stick is for. Stake him. Stake him? There we go. I apparently have to stake him in the knees. So you haven't got an actual stake? You figure the stick will be the next best thing. Let's take a deep breath and prepare to drive the stick into the Sorceress's heart. Got him. Jordan, what the devil are you doing out here? Professor Jones, I just destroyed Sorceress, the creature that was behind all this. Is that so? I'm glad you found that. I'm glad I found you. My sources led me to believe that you've been kidnapped and sacrificed by these lunatics. Well, that's what they were planning on doing, but I managed to escape. Well, they now. You must take me to them so I can arrest them. Follow me. They're over in this hill in the west. They're going to be dead if the other story's anything to judge by. Nope, they're dead and old as shit. My god, I don't believe this. They're all dead. And they've all aged dramatically, too. I guess with Sorceress gone and no sacrifice, they couldn't go on living. By far the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. But obviously there's nothing more to do here, so I suppose we can declare this case closed. I'm going to have to ask you to accompany me back to England, however. As you were directly involved in this case, I'll need your input and such for the paperwork. Is the next game in England, I guess? Sounds fine to me. After all this, I could use a break. So now that you've seen this, does this mean you're not going to be so closed-minded anymore? Pish posh. I'll admit I've seen some strange happenings in this case, but I wouldn't go so far as to say I believe in the paranormal just yet. Don't worry, I'll make a believer out of you yet. And so, Ben went back to London with Percy to fill out some paperwork. While he was there, he took some time off and went sightseeing to try and forget the pain of losing Mary out of his head. Scotland Yard reimbursed him for his services, and he didn't get any money from the case. Or as he didn't get any money from the case. However, he still wondered why he specifically had been chosen to be the sacrifice for the witch cult. If you want to check out the other path, there's different puzzles and an alternate ending. Thanks for playing. See you next time. We also didn't hit the full 144.